right? And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being part of corporate America, but I would go back to something very simple, something fundamental that you probably heard from Jesse Jackson a long time ago. And what Reverend Jackson used to say, and I love Reverend Jackson. I've had a lot of chances to really sit with him and listen to his wisdom. And he used to always say, I am somebody. Now, when I was a kid, I didn't get it. I didn't understand what that meant. I said, yeah, of course I'm somebody. I'm not a nobody. But when I think about it now, I realize that I am somebody means a lot to us as a people. What it means to me is that you are somebody even without the big fancy job. You are somebody even without your law degree. You are somebody even without the big house and all the money and all the nice things that you think that you need in order to feel complete as a person. You can be butt naked in the middle of the street without a penny in your pocket and still say, I am somebody. So understand, you are somebody from the day you were born. You don't need somebody else to validate you in that way. And that's very important, because if you think back to the mistakes that we made during integration, I'm going to talk about the mistakes. See, we talk about integration and the civil rights movement as if everything was done perfectly. Well, it wasn't. A lot of things were done correctly and courageously, but a lot of things were done in a way that maybe fit what we were thinking in the 1960s, but they cannot fit the way we're thinking in the year 2014, 2015, 2018. Okay? And the mistake of integration was that we somehow believed that whiter was better. As old folks always say, believe that the white man's ice is colder. We believe that spending our money with white-owned businesses as opposed to black-owned businesses would give us better products. We believe that going to the big white universities instead of the HBCUs would give us a better education. We believe that living in the white neighborhoods as opposed to the black neighborhoods would give us a better house to live in, better property values and all these other things, less crime, whatever. We believe that being the closer we could be to whiteliness, the closer we were to godliness, if you want to even say it that way. I know that sounds corny, but you get my point. And I think that that's flawed thinking, because when you're trying to integrate into somebody else's establishment, somebody else's institution, you are never going to really be able to make the rules. You can't move into somebody else's house and expect them to let you move around the furniture. That is not going to happen. And the other thing is that, and this is something I realized about myself in my own career, I would never be as good at being a white man as I am at being Boyce Watkins. But what I found was that in my quest to try to fit in with the white guys and to make that money they promised me and to get all the little rewards they promised me as long as I kept my mouth shut, I found that I became more of somebody else and less of who I was meant to be. And I realized that if I was trying to be somebody else, I could never really be the best, because the best I could ever be is a second-rate substitute. And so in my journey, I decided, you know what? There's nothing wrong with me being who I am. I'm a good person. I'm a hardworking person. I'm an educated person. I'm a conscientious person. And you're not going to tell me that I'm a bad man because I love my community.